this is not here. But how do we know that this place is 90 degrees? We know it's 90 degrees because the question called it a rectangle. And because it called it a rectangle, that place is 90 degrees. Then, if it is 90 degrees, then we can use half area equals half base times height. You see this base and height. Don't forget that this base and height is from a rectangle. If you divide a rectangle into two, the area of a rectangle is base times height. If you divide it into two, it becomes a triangle. Half is triangle. First, that's how we got half base times height. Concerning base and height, it doesn't matter whether it's shorter or longer, whether it is horizontal or vertical. What matters is that base and height must meet at 90 degrees. Without this 90 degrees, without this this right angle meeting at right angle, there's nothing like base and height. You also notice that we don't use the hypotenuse as the height, because it is not, so this place is neither 90 degrees nor here. That one to clarify. Now let's solve this. We then know that half s times y equals 24. If we cross multiply, sy equals 48. So sy equals 48 and s equals y plus 2. So if we put y here, if we put where there is s, we put y, we are going to have y plus 2, okay, times y equals 48. So that y times y squared plus 2y equals 48. Remember that this is already a quadratic equation. Y squared plus 2y minus 48 equals 0. Two numbers to multiply to get 48 and add to get 2 are what and what? Let's go close as possible. Remember that what are what?
Minus 6.
8 and 6. Okay, plus 8 and plus 6. That means
no, plus 8 and minus 6.
Plus 8 and minus 6. Plus 8 and s minus 6 equals 0. So of which s equals minus 8 or 6. But because we can't do this, the distance cannot be negative, so we take s. So s is 6. S is 6. And since s, this is supposed to be y. See my mistake, is y that we are getting first. So this is y. Y is 6. So s equals y plus 2. So s equals 8. Now, what we have is s squared, c squared plus 8 squared equals z squared. C squared is what? 36 plus 64 equals z squared. 100 equals z squared. So z equals 10. Right? That is how 10 is the answer. But when I told you that the answer that I got 10, what I did was simple. I said, since we are going to have 2 times 24, 48, I just pick two numbers that I will multiply to get 48. That the difference is also 2. So those two numbers can only be 6 and 8. And when I think about 6, 8, the next one is 10, using Pythagorean Theorem. So that's how I was able to solve it fast. Pythagorean 6 8